Don't you love it when your camera runs out of space when you're in the middle of doing your video and you don't really notice it right away, so now you have to re-record what you already did? Oh well. Hi everybody, and welcome to Lindsay's Little Library. We are in the midst of summer and it is a beautiful day here in Wisconsin, so the fact that we've been outside of the pool, we've been playing around, we went strawberry picking this morning, and I was just kind of in the midst of enjoying a wonderful summer and realized that we're like halfway through this year. So I've been enjoying watching everyone else's mid-year book freakout tag, and I'm like, I might as well do some because I'm kind of freaking out. Sort of. Anyways, we'll get it started. So the mid-year book freakout tag, I've been searching for the original. I've found on a couple of other YouTuber sites that they've quoted Books with Emily Fox as the original creator of this tag. Also, Pages and Pens was the original creator of this tag. Not totally sure what's totally true. I couldn't really figure it out. Both have really awesome channels and now new subscribers, both of them. But check them out. So this is 13 questions that kind of gives you a little pulse check on where you are with your reading goals for the year. Since it's halfway through the year, it's a really good time to do that. I set my Goodreads goal at 55 books for this year. I have read 34, I'm halfway through one more and almost done with another one. So doing actually quite well on that as far as getting to 55 books. I'll easily do that. That's done. The freak out part comes from there's a lot of books that I have not read that I really wanted to get read this year, and I've only done like a couple of them so far. So I keep getting distracted by all these brand new books or new ones that I find. Oh well. So question number one, I'm going to go through the 13 questions. Question number one, favorite book so far this year? This was tough because I've actually had a really, really great reading year so far. I've read a lot of really, really great books, but when I'm thinking of what is my favorite book so far this year, is probably one that I can easily recommend to a number of different people, and one that really makes you think and ponder. And I consistently find myself thinking about this book and going back to kind of the lessons that, or the issues that it kind of brings out. I can't tell you much more, but it's Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult. Jodi's, again, one of my most top 10 favorite, all by far #1 author for me. So obviously I'm going to love her books. But this one was really, like I said, really made me think and made me stop and pause and consider like my own actions and my own thoughts and my own upbringing, and it's very thought-provoking. So this book is about a woman named Ruth Johnson who works at a hospital on the OB floor. She has been delivering babies for 20 years. She's a fantastic nurse. She knows what she knows her job. She's great. She happens to be African American, and a couple comes in and has a baby, a little boy, and she goes in to do a routine checkup, and they completely they act weird, and then the husband basically says that she's not allowed to touch their baby at all anymore because they're white supremacists. Ruth is bothered by this, but obliges. Something happens. Can't tell you too much. I don't even really know if it's on the jacket. It isn't, so I can't. Something happens, and we go into this discussion about race. And like I said, very thought-provoking, beautifully written. I have a couple of tabs and highlighted spots in the book already. It's great. So I highly, highly suggest you pick this one up. Number 2 is my favorite sequel, and I don't have it because I borrowed it out already, but it is by far A Court of Wings and Ruin. It is part of the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy by Sarah J. Maas. It's the third in the book. I can't really tell you anything other than it's about Feyre, who makes an appearance in the first book. It involves fairies and their courts, and there's some stuff going on, but it's fantastic. I devoured that book. It was great. Question number 3 is a 2017 release you haven't read yet. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I know. I love this book. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. I haven't picked it up yet. I think I got too consumed into a fantasy when I read A Court of Wings and Ruin that I kind of just needed a break from the fantasy world. So this will get read. I will pick this up. I promise you. Question number 4 is most anticipated coming up new release. I'm totally making a cop-out because I'm going to just show you the arc that I have. But I am very excited for it. It's One Dark Throne. It is the second book in the Three Dark Crowns. The first book was Three Dark Crowns. This is One Dark Throne. It's about triplets. They're triplet princesses, and they basically need to, whoever wins, survives, takes the throne. And so this is fantastic. I can't wait. And it's, again, the only arc that I had to show you. So yeah, I'm super excited for that one. Okay, question number 5, biggest surprise. This one I'm going to give to Too Late by C. Hoover. It's really written by Colleen Hoover. I've read a lot of Colleen Hoover's books. Probably, I think there's maybe 3 or 4 that I haven't read. And so I was forewarned about this book before I started it, but was still surprised by the different approach she took to writing this book, and how it was definitely not even close to being the same as her other books, but I still loved it. It definitely was a 5-star read for me, so pick it up. But if you haven't read Colleen Hoover before, pick up something else first. Don't pick up that book as the first book. All right, number 6, biggest disappointment. There's a couple. Hidden Figures is one of them. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart was another one. I just don't understand the purpose of We Were Liars. I don't get it. Hidden Figures I get. It was, I guess I'm not super surprised I didn't love it. I learned a lot from it. It was very interesting, but definitely not my favorite. I don't even have those books anymore. I got rid of them. I try not to keep them around, but they definitely were disappointments, especially all the hype that people give We Are Liars. I don't understand why people like that book. Just don't get it. Number 7, favorite new to me author, Leanne Moriarty. I have fallen in love with her work. This is fantastic. I read The Husband's Secret first, just finished Big Little Lies, which was awesome. I have What Alice Forgot right up there. I plan on reading that soon. And I think she has one other one, what, The Hypnotist's Secret or something like that, but I'm totally picking up. I will always read her books from now on. Love, love, love her. Number 6, newest fictional crush. I don't really have anybody, I guess. Question number 9, a book that made you cry. For various reasons, Colleen Hoover wrote It Ends With Us. Definitely made me cry. Definitely gave me all the feels and all the sadness. Fantastic book. It's about a girl named Lily. Hasn't really had an easy life. And she meets this man, Ryle, who is a little assertive, a little stubborn, but that kind of appeals to her. And they get into a relationship. He kind of sweeps her off her feet, and it seems perfect, but doesn't necessarily turn out to be, and kind of she's left with some really hard decisions to make. But really, really great book. Definitely suggest this one. It Ends With Us. So awesome. And a really pretty cover. I like the cover. Question number 10. A book that made you happy. Everything by Nicolay Yoon. Just finished this one as well. I devoured this book. Short little book. I ate this up. It was awesome. It just made, I don't know why. It's not the happiest book, but it gave me a really good feel. I don't know. Made me happy. It was good. Plus, it goes with question number 11, most beautiful. We'll go with this. It's a beautiful looking cover. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. That one, or, well, I can't really count this because I didn't technically read it, but this is a beautiful cover too, so that might trump it. But I haven't read the book, so I don't think it really counts. Question number 12, book that you need to finish by the end of the year. Don't hate me. Well, it's probably, yeah, it's all the shame. I still haven't finished this series. Winter by Marissa Meyer. It's the 4th book in the Lunar Chronicles. The first one is Cinder. They are loose retellings of fairy tales, so this is kind of after, I believe, Snow White, hence the apple. But I haven't finished it up because I just don't want this world to be done with, and yeah, but I need to before I completely forget everything I learned in the first 3 books. I gotta finish this up this year. But it is a chunker. Look at that thing. It's big. But I will do it. And then question number 13 is name some of your favorite new to you booktubers. I mentioned a couple at the beginning. Books with Emily Fox, Pages and Pens. I have fallen in love with Peter Likes Books. He makes me smile, cracks me up. He's awesome. So definitely check out their channels, give them a like and a subscribe, and support them. But yeah, as far as tagging anyone else in this, I can't think of anybody specific. So if you've seen this and you want to do a mid-year freak out book tag, go for it. It's not a bad thing to take stock in where you are and where your goals are, and kind of realign if you need to. You still have 6 months left. Here's a great time to adjust and make those goals come true. So yeah, like, subscribe, or leave any questions or comments you have for me below. Let me know what is one book that you want to make sure you get read this year. Put that in the comments before, and let's chat about it. So thanks for stopping by today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.